2 days left for Ramadan. Ramadan has just come and gone. It's flown by. So all of you who are driving right now, who are ironing at home, all of you who are doing the school run, I want you to know that I'm going to miss you all. I want to miss you all. We built up a kind of a relationship over the last 30 days, 28 days, 26 days. And of course, the first person who's going to text me and ask me what day is Eid, he's not going to get a voucher. You're not going to get a voucher. There's still plenty of vouchers left. So the first person who's going to text here, who's going to email on Ramadan Radio 87.9 FM, you are listening to Z in the morning show, right? You're welcome this morning. I'm going to give you the text number 077 488 55055. And if you're a very brave kind of a guy like me, you're going to call me at 01164 822 086. Now, of course, like every day, every morning, I have a wonderful guest to introduce to you. Her name, I'm going to let her reveal herself, right? She's one of our mystery guests this morning. So good morning to you, my sister. How are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. How are you?
Well, I saw you parking your car this morning and I said, oh, crunch, she's pinched my spot there. And I said, could that be my guest this morning? And then I realized, yes, that is my guest, because I saw you walking, looking left, right, forward. Where is Radio Ramadan? And that was you. I knew it. I was walking from far away.
Yeah, I saw you, the way you look at me when I pinch your parking.
That's right. So now, I'd like you to introduce yourself to all these people listening in. And of course, you know that our listeners are all over the world right now.
Yeah. So my name is Nadia Ghani. I'm a chief storyteller at One Key Solution, and I'm a founder director of Coffee with Home Bosses. So that's my small intro.
Of course, now today I want some real stories.
Mm-hmm.
I want some real stories. I don't want you to be doing those storytelling, real stories. Of course, when you're working with home bosses, introduce to our listeners exactly what home bosses are, because most of the guys that I know, they already have a home boss, the wife.
Yep.
Right? So tell us a little bit more about home bosses.
Yeah, Coffee with Home Bosses is the initiative taken by One Key Solution. I had an idea in my brain where we wanted to empower women because South Asian women, they mostly underrepresented under the traditional stereotyping and all sorts. So when this idea came in my brain, I put it forward to One Key Solution, and we must say it's commendable as a marketing agency how they picked it up and consider it, because as an SME, generally you don't get into community work, but I must say they have. And we started this campaign back in 2019, and alhamdulillah, the way Leicester has given us the love and appreciation, that's also something I should be very grateful to them. We started back in November 2019, and we had the idea was we just wanted to work behind one or two women and make them do something good in their life. But we, mashallah, had about 6 to 7 case studies so far on the same 7 to 8 weeks campaign.
Of course, would you mind to share a case study with us so that our listeners can understand exactly a journey of one particular person, for example?
I won't mention the names, but obviously we have, for example, we had a couple of ladies. They were already doing something good, but having said that, they were a bit low in confidence. They wanted to do something, but they didn't know which way to go, what to do. So alhamdulillah, they have explored themselves. Within themselves, they are now confident. For example, I'll just give you one name. Everybody knows her, Leicester food fanatic, Arifa Jasad. She was with us as a part of team member, and the way she is now, you can see the progress yourself. One or two ladies, obviously we don't mention the name of them, they were doing good, but they were mentally wasn't prepared to do things. They were struggling through mental health and things, but we helped them out as well through that. So the confidence level went up. They are happy, doing a lot more better in the business. You see them thriving, and that's what we wanted to do.
Of course, these are stories that have to be shared with everyone in the community, and it's very important because each good story, it inspires other women out there who want to pursue a career in business or even a profession.
Yeah.
Do you support them if they're pursuing, if a lady wants to become an accountant or a lawyer or doctor, optician?
Yeah, definitely. That was the idea of Coffee with Home Bosses, because we were doing the coffee mornings in a very informal way where they come up, spend some time with us. We're delivering the workshops, but in a very informal way. So they were still learning something, but wasn't in a pressure. We are learning. So this is where they were coming out from their own shells. To celebrate the success, when the Coffee with Home Bosses campaign was finished in 2019, we celebrate their own success, and that was a huge hit as well. They still ask for it, and we're starting, inshallah, again. We got some more projects coming in.
Of course, here at Radio Ramadan is something what we've been doing for the last 7 years, empowering the youth. And I'm sure that we can do a lot of collaborative work together.
Yeah, inshallah, why not?
To support each other's initiatives. And this is what always I'm telling everyone to do, is in the community, engage with all organizations from different parts of the city. We're here in LE2, and we don't even know what goes on in LE3 or LE4 or LE5. You know, we are so regional, aren't we, nowadays?
Yes, we are so regional. We just wanted to do. We are just in ourselves. We need to come out of it from there and start helping out. Just not even helping, just support each other. When you talk to someone, that's a lot of help as well. We just listen to someone.
Of course, I would love to invite you to visit with us to New Parks, to one of the organizations that we are going to connect with next week.
Inshallah.
So we can all get an insight into what goes on in another area. And when they introduced themselves to me on the radio last week, sad thing was I did not know who they were, and they did not know who we were. And it's sad, isn't it? We've been here how long in the community?
Yeah,
And it's not like Leicester is a huge, big city. We're only 347,950 people here in the city at the last count. But we should know more about each other, shouldn't we?
yeah, because this community is very closely knit, and still, if you don't know people, what's going on with them. So yes, definitely we can work towards that. Definitely, we need to work on this.
Definitely. And now, many of in our community, they're all in the mode of DOD. Are you familiar with that? DOD?
Nope.
No, not at all?
No.
Oh, there's a long way to go yet today before the program finishes. DOD is when our parents want us to be qualified, they want us to go through that system, come out at university and aspire to become a doctor, optician, dentist, right? So we're good at all those professions, aren't we? Now, would you believe that 40% of the NHS is from the ethnic community?
Yeah, I do. I can believe that, because that's
Right.
what we see most.
Of course, and there are many other fields now that our young men and our ladies are venturing into, aren't there?
Alhamdulillah, yes, they are. The thing is, it's not only we just wanted to become qualified and professionals and earn money. It's about how you become as a human, how good you are as a human as well, what you do to put something back into the community, how satisfied you are within yourself. You will excel more in your profession as well if you can do something for yourself.
Of course, I get absolutely inspired when I see young organizations like yourselves, and you are taking part, a very active part in the community where you are engaging and you are doing the mad. You're doing the mad, making a difference,
Yes, we do.
right? And each time you made a difference, you're inspired to do another and another, and it's like an addiction, isn't it?
It's so rewarding, I would say, because we do have reviews, people meet and people say you have done a fantastic job and things like that. But most rewarding part, when we received DMs and the text messages which can't be disclosed. They are inspired and they have done something and they share it with you afterwards. We were inspired by this thing and we have done this now. And it's so rewarding to see people texting you or DMing you, letting you know you have done something before and now we have taken the advantage of it, and this is how it's making difference in our lives. So that's so rewarding to us.
Of course. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Somebody just sent me a text to say, well, to tell us more about yourself.
Okay.
About yourself. People always need to know who is the person behind this initiative called Home Bosses, Coffee with Home Bosses. Now, why can't it be Kadak Chai with Home Bosses?
Because I love coffee. I'm a coffee person, then the
Okay.
tea person.
Great.
So coffee was the thing, and then home bosses is, as you said at the beginning, woman is the home boss. So this is what we started, home bosses.
Well, I'm not going to argue with that at all, and neither is our control room
Nope.
producer. He's not going to argue with that either.
No, you
And,
both have to go to work to home, isn't it?
Of course, yeah, and get beat up if we argue. So, tell a little bit more about yourself now. You know, when you started doing this work, how long has it been now?
I've started the Coffee with Home Bosses.
Yeah,
Yes, we started back in 2019. So
2019.
yeah, 2020 we have done some work, not a lot because of the COVID restrictions, obviously. But we were part of We Are Stronger Together campaign through One Key Solution. So we worked on that bit, helping out, and we have conducted live sessions to help people where they were stuck in home and things like that. With regards to me, yes, I'm a general human being trying to make a difference, as you says. I'm working at One Key Solution as a chief storyteller and marketing executive. With me, a bit of background, I'm the first person in UK who have manufactured halal makeup brand. So this is a bit of a professional side. As a woman, I'm mother of 2, very intelligent and very obedient children. So yeah, this is me.
So, of course, we have met many fantastic organizations. Every day we're reaching out to say, come here and join with us, and let's introduce your organization to the community in Leicester, the wider community. And we have spread this across the board in the SA community, the South Asian community. You have the Bangladeshis. I mean, do you know how many diversities we have in the city?
We have so many, and that's
Right.
where things are. Our ladies, especially South Asian ladies, they are mashallah so talented. You just look at the cake baking business and the cake they bake and the decoration they do on the, you can tell the talent. But only thing is, I've seen them so many times, and they come up like when I'm working at One Key, we see people coming in with the business ideas and things. But the last thing this is, I don't know if I can do it or not. This is where the idea was coming out from. She's confident enough to do it, but she just need a little push to do it. And this is where we come in as Coffee with Home Bosses. Give them a little push, slightly a support. So let's see how they do. And alhamdulillah, they are doing good.
Well, definitely after today, I would like to bring more awareness to the work that you're doing, so we can also take this work to other parts of the city, to engage with the non-South Asian communities,
Definitely, why not?
to work together with them, because I feel that is absolutely now more than ever before that we should engage with every part of this community. We have the Somalis, we have the Bangladeshis, we have the Sri Lankans, the Turkish, Afghanis. We have so much diversity here. In fact, when the new census results are printed and they'll be free to see on Google, you'll be absolutely shocked that this city is how diverse it is, or how it has become over the years. Every 10 years we've had a change here,
Yeah.
right? So of course I want everyone who's listening in right now, let's all say, let's be the change that we want to see in this world,
Definitely.
right?
I would like to also let you all know we are starting another campaign through Coffee with Home Bosses, which is Gurus of Change, which will be led by Aisha Masood, the BBC Apprentice star, where we will choosing some businesses, the ladies who wants to do some excel in their business. We will help and support, and she will be mentored by Aisha Masood. And at the end of this campaign, the Gurus of Change campaign, they will be rewarded £250 worth of marketing grant through Coffee with Home Bosses, and the lucky lady will be a part of my team for next project.
Fantastic. This part, the £250, it may not sound a lot, but it's still a great start for someone, isn't it, to inspire them to their journey.
Yes, definitely, because when you are a startup business, every little thing has been counted, and especially with the marketing, people don't pay much attention to that. So this is where we are putting the money towards. You can use that money without thinking about it, how I'm going to get that money from, and let's do something better.
Of course, all of you listening in right now, you're listening to Zed on the morning show on Ramadan Radio 87.9 FM. So please do share your ideas with us, and we can engage you with Nadia and her team. And we're on 077-488-55055, or you can call in on 01164-822-086. Of course, we don't have much time left. We're only 5 minutes away from closure, but I'm going to share with you a project that we have taken on. We've taken on two projects. One is called the 80 pence loose change project.
Okay.
And that is where we're saying approximately 1 million people. There are more than 1 million in Leicester City and County. And we're saying if 1 million people pay 80 pence each, then we can raise £800,000 for the Leicester Children's Hospital.
Oh, that's a great initiative.
Have you got 80 pence in your pocket?
Yeah, should have. Why not?
That is fantastic, Nadia. I can see from the beaming smile on your face that you are ready to part with that 80 pence.
Why not? Yes.
Straight into our producer's office. He's got a little box there. You drop it in there.
Inshallah, will do.
So obviously we would like you to take part in this initiative, so the radio and yourself can take ownership of this project in some shape, form or manner. The day you drop 80 pence in it, you owe a millimeter of that hospital is yours.
Yeah, I'll make it twice then.
Yeah, that is fantastic. So of course, we have to bring awareness to everybody about this project. And if we all work on it together, isn't that wonderful?
It is wonderful. We have to work together to make our community stronger. This is the aim, isn't it?
Of course it is. And of course, straight after this particular session, we have another wonderful initiative that we are working on. Is we have the chief CEO of the Leicestershire County Cricket Club,
Okay.
a very good man, Sean Jarvis, and he's going to be talking to us about engagement with some of the work that he's doing. And obviously they are working very hard to create engagement with the South Asian community, male and female.
Okay.
So now these is another angle you can open up with your home bosses.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, why
You can
not?
talk to them about some sporting activities and how they can engage.
Yeah, we had some ideas last year, but obviously due to COVID we couldn't do. But definitely, inshallah, once this COVID situation is over,
Yeah.
we will thrive again.
Imagine if we start to mentor a 12, 13, 14-year-old and she becomes a superstar cricket player.
Yeah, why not?
You know, now we have Pakistan, India, they all play cricket. The ladies come here for a World Cup and it's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, we hosted them once as well. Back
Yeah.
in 2017, One Key Solution and hosted Pakistani cricket
Women's,
team.
women's cricket team.
Women cricket team. Yes, we hosted them here in Leicester.
Of course, that is absolutely fantastic. So we should continue with that good work and do some collaborative work on that side as well, isn't it?
Inshallah, why not? Definitely. I will be love to be a part of it.
Great. So now you are automatically entered into my special phone book, and we're going to do a lot of good work in the community. And it's very important to engage with each other, get to know each other, and work together as a team and spread the workload, as they say.
Inshallah.
You do a bit, I do a bit, and everybody else spreads the workload, and we can get a lot done in a very short time.
Yes, definitely.
So, of course, all of you listening in, as Nadia, she's tirelessly doing this out of the passion, out of dedication and commitment, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And time, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Time, yes.
And of course, Nadia, you also have a family.
Yes, I do have a family.
How many kids you have?
2.
So you're looking after 2 kids.
Yep.
You're looking after the business.
I'm looking after One Key Solution business. I'm looking after Silk Coffee with Home
And you're
Bosses.
sorting the breakfast out for the husband as well?
Yes, husband.
And
Lunch,
evening
dinner.
lunch, dinner, all those 3 things, looking after 2 kids, doing the school run, wow, that is awesome. Now this is what ladies are doing in the community every day, and we men sometimes don't appreciate all that enough. Of course, you know, and to do all the things that you're doing is commendable. So like everybody, I want you now to give 2 claps to Nadia and her team for the wonderful work that they are doing to show our appreciation that we need all of you to get involved.
Jazakallah for that.
Is that a good idea?
Yeah, why not? Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, obviously, in a short time, we don't have time to cover everything, but today it was a matter of just bringing some awareness and introduction to Nadia Ghani for the work she's doing with Coffee with Home Bosses, right? So all of you listening in right now, if you have a good idea to share, to bring to the party, then please do call in at Radio Ramadan, or then we will connect you with Nadia, and you can also join in with doing some good collaborative work with Nadia and her team.
Yeah, sure. And also the ladies who wants to do something good in their business, join Group of Change campaign this year, the project we are coming up after the Ramadan. Join us there.
So that we shall call that the GOC,
Yeah.
Guru of Change campaign, right? So that is also something that we shall be following and
Inshallah.
exposing that to everybody in the city, or even now you're on the Facebook, you covering every corner of the planet.
Yeah. Facebook, Instagram, everywhere.
Well, Nadia, you can see time has flown by, hasn't it?
It has.
And inshallah, we shall join you again tomorrow. And don't go away. Straight after the advert, we have another wonderful guest. Jazakallah khair. Alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, brothers and sisters. We are back on the Z Morning Show. You're listening to Ramadan Radio on 87.9 FM. I have a wonderful guest today to introduce to you, Mr. Sean Jarvis, the CEO of Leicestershire County Cricket Club. Good morning, Sean. Are you reaching us?
Good morning, Zed. Yeah, loud and clear. It's great to chat to you again. It's been a while, but it's lovely to be back on Ramadan Radio.
Well, as we're in the spirit of Ramadan today, Sean, and we're all fasting, and I'm going to say to you, Assalamu alaikum. Yes?
Wassalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. That is it. So, Sean, I'm really happy to be talking to you this morning. It's been about a year, isn't it? Time has just flown by since we were last in connection with each other.
I think you're right, Zed. Yeah, it was probably about a year ago, actually. So yeah, a lot has happened in between then, and delighted that we're both still here. It's great to be chatting again.
It's just time has just flown by, isn't it? With this COVID that came upon us, and we didn't have a clue, Sean, what it's all about, and everybody out there has been affected in some shape, form, or manner.
Yeah, it's been a very, very difficult 12 months, hasn't it? And longer for a lot of people, and I think we sadly have lost some of our members through the COVID, and I'm sure every individual out there has been touched in some way with regards to this. So, but on the upside, it's great to sort of see. Last night's announcement is that we're beginning, I think, to come out of these very difficult times. So hopefully, sooner rather than later, we will get back to some sort of normality. I know here at the cricket club we're preparing for limited numbers to be back at the games post 17th of May, and then hopefully from the 21st of June onwards, then we can have bigger crowds that can come and watch a bit of cricket here at the Upton Steel County Ground. So fingers crossed, we're on the right path. I'm delighted to sort of see that numbers are dwindling in terms of the cases. And I was having a look at some of the figures for the local area around Leicestershire and how they're now starting to drop. So it's great, and especially for Leicestershire, as we seem to have been in longer lockdowns than most of the country. So hopefully good times are ahead, Zed.
Of course, we've all been affected in some, like I said earlier on. But I remember last year when we met, and I recall that you're from Huddersfield, aren't you?
Well, yes, I am, but I'm originally born and bred here in Leicester. So I was born not far from Weston Park, and then when I was 18, I moved up to Yorkshire and stayed up there for the best part of 36 years. Got married, had a boy who's now 15. Family is still there, and still married to the same lady from Yorkshire. But I'm back to Leicestershire, where, as I say, I was born and bred. So I've come back to my hometown to try and help our cricket club and really develop it, really evolve it, and try and get some better times for the cricket club ahead. The pandemic gave us the opportunity to, I think, press the reset button on the cricket club and actually look at some of the good things that we do, but also try and get rid of those things that we're not very good at, and actually try and improve. And it's funny, I've just posted something on social media literally before coming on air to you guys, is that engagement is such a big thing for us. So I'm very keen to sort of create links and engagement with our community, and however diverse, I want to reach out and get people supporting Leicestershire County Cricket Club and backing the cricket club, and us bringing, with the support of our community team, getting cricket into the communities. So we've got a lot of hard work to do, and I think we're not scared of that. We want to roll our sleeves up, but it's going to be tough, but we're looking forward to the fight. And I think if you look at the most recent performance against Surrey, it was great to see that 3 of our academy lads actually got personal bests in that performance. So Harry Swindles, Ben Mike, and Sam Evans, who all performed brilliantly. And I think for me, it's great, and our players are starting to show, are starting to perform. Hassan Azad is having a great season for us. Again, he had a tough one last year, but he's coming good. We've got some great kids coming through the academy, and we've just had Uday Madwadia playing for our second 11, so he's performing well. So he might be the next one to come through into the first team. So there are definitely exciting times ahead, Zed.
Of course, the city, I'm getting already quite a few texts concerning cricket, and one of the chaps is asking a question here. If I'm not going to be able to share all of them with you in this short space of time, but
no problem.
We talked last year, and we can talk afterwards as well. We'll find a suitable time. And one of the questions we had earlier on in last year, even we discussed that we'll take time out to take you, engage you with all the areas that we know of in the city, that you need to come and engage with them.
Absolutely.
And of course, before that, I'm going to have to train you to teach you all the different diversity greetings. And you've already mastered the Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. Well done for that. And we got another 20 languages to go, Sean. Now, the city today is not only South Asian, right? And you're aware that I was one of the guys who was complaining about the BAME. And finally, our good Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, he listened to my cries, and he said, we're going to abolish BAME. And I put a big smile on my face, Sean.
Excellent.
Because I felt that was very patronizing for the community. And I feel that we need to go past that, and these are the text messages I'm receiving. And Sean, we have about minimum 20 diversities that we need to engage with. It's no longer South Asian community. When you say South Asian, you're talking about Bangladesh, Sri Lankan, Pakistani, Indian. But we've got so many other nationalities who have come to the city now.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of work to do to engage with all of them, not only the South Asian community, and to bring the cricket back into their lives. Because cricket is the heart and soul of these communities. But today, football has taken over that mantra. And we need to work together to bring that back, Sean.
Absolutely, Zed. I think, we have a tremendous sporting city here in Leicester. And I've got to acknowledge some of our brilliant brothers and sisters in terms of sport. So the Leicester Tigers, Leicester City Football Club, of course, playing the FA Cup final this weekend, which is great. Leicester Riders, the racecourse, all sorts of different sporting venues and clubs that we have in the city are brilliant. And I think, we as cricket, it is a global sport, and in our team, we've got a Bangladeshi about to arrive and play for us in the T20 tournament. So we're looking forward to that. We, of course, got an Australian who scored a century in the last game for us, Marcus Harris, who was an international opener. And believe it or not, around about 10 o'clock, I've got to go on to a call with somebody from South Africa. So yeah, and I mean, Leicester, as I understand it, on the last census, there were 56 different communities in Leicestershire, and I'm pretty sure that will increase. And I think you mentioned it to your previous interview this morning, Zed, that when the new census comes out, I think we'll be even more amazed how diverse.
In fact, we all got to be ready for that, Sean, so we can all become aware. And one of the problems, Sean, that I've been seeing throughout the month is lack of awareness, and it shows how we are not in touch as much as we should be. Even our MPs, our councillors, they didn't even know how many people live in the city and how many live in the county. And these stats are very important for all of us to be aware of.
So. I totally agree, Zed. I think we can all take time out of our days, even if it's just 5-10 minutes, half an hour of our days, just to appreciate and empathize and understand a little bit about the different communities that actually exist, and what means a lot to them. And I'm pretty sure we'll chat in a minute about what I and some of my colleagues and the ECB, some of excuse me, the ECB did on Sunday. That we undertook a little exercise to again empathise with kind of what's going on with our community. And I think one of the things that I've done with our marketing team here is that use our social media, that when we can, we should celebrate everything about our community. And I think we like to put little posts up celebrating all the different events, whether they be religious or romantic, such as February the 14th. We should celebrate things like that. And I think it's important that we, as a huge sports club within our community, acknowledges the different diverse communities. We of course don't have the manpower, woman power to get out into every single community every single day, but I think it's only right that we kind of try and acknowledge and try and understand and try and bring a little bit of those diverse communities into our club where we possibly can. And I think what I'd say is if anybody was to walk past Milligan Road next to the ground here, they would see the 56 different flags that represent our community. And maybe we've got to get a bit more when the new census information comes out, but we've got all those down Milligan Road, and that was something I was very keen for us to do when I actually joined. So we want to celebrate those diverse communities and really engage and really get people supporting what we call the running foxes. So we are a melting pot here. We want people to come and support us. We are a business, so we need people to back us. So the more the merrier, Zed, if truth be known.
Of course, no doubt after the Ramadan we'll pick up again on some more on this, and you and I can get our textbooks out and take note of every constituency in Leicester with postal code and how many people live there and who they are. That's how deep we have to get into this, Sean. If you and I do this together, then we can tell the rest of the world that we're on the job, as they say. So, Sean, I read on the website that you were also fasting along with some of your colleagues. Tell us a little bit about your experience.
Yeah, it was a real challenge. I'll just give a little bit of background, really. I was born into an Irish Catholic family, so we celebrate Lent every year, and every year I always give up something that is close to me, whether that be chocolate or crisps or whatever it is. I have a real passion for, and at the end of Lent, come Easter, we kind of celebrate that, and you can eat as much chocolate as you like. So we were talking about this with our chair, Mahmouda Duke, and we were just chatting away, and she was obviously in the middle of Ramadan at this time, and we just talked about how difficult that was, how challenging that was, and we got round to the conversation then of sort of saying, well, why don't we empathise? Why don't we try that? To understand a little bit what it's like. So we agreed, my colleagues on the board, as well as a representative from the ECB, a gentleman called Martin Darlow, we agreed that on Sunday we would fast. We would follow the sunrise and sunset rules with Ramadan and see how we went on. So on Saturday evening, I stayed up and as much as I could till about 1:30, thinking that would help. But then went to bed Saturday night. Sunday morning, got up, and ordinarily on a Sunday morning, I'd have a big breakfast with the family. But on this occasion, I obviously didn't, and fasted throughout the day, nil by mouth, I think, as it is. So it was. it was a real challenge. It was a real challenge, and I began to understand. I took a little bit of time out to read about Ramadan and what it means to Muslims around the world. So that was interesting. But throughout the day, I found myself trying to be keeping busy. So ordinarily I'm quite sporty, but I couldn't do too much sport because I'd find myself wanting to eat after that or drink after that. So I did a lot of walking, bit of gardening, sort of tidying around the house. But it was great. It was great. But I have to say, when the time come that I could eat, it was the food was magnificent. So my wife had cooked me a great meal by that time. So yeah, it was a challenge. It was great to reflect on that, just to empathise. And we have a couple of staff here that are Muslims, so observe Ramadan. So I think, you know, it helped me understand what it is they're going through. And, you know, I had a real downtime, I think, in the afternoon on Sunday, and I felt very lethargic because I didn't have any energy in the body. So you can understand what certain individuals go through as well. So it was great. And when we chat about this to the ECB, you know, I have to give credit to Martin Darlow, who then sort of said, who's one of the directors of the ECB, sort of said, okay, well, I should do it as well. Now, I haven't spoken to him since, but I'm due to give him a call in the next few days. So I'm pretty sure we'll catch up and see what he says.
Of course, that is absolutely fantastic. Next year, we shall invite you to come and do a Ramadan fast opening, which we call the Iftar here. And you can learn some more about the whole procedure from Sehri time, which is the morning when you have some food to eat and then you say a prayer. And it's good. All this fantastic learning exercise. But Sean, I got to move fast now because we only have 7 minutes left.
No problem.
I have too many text messages here coming in, and it's difficult to go through all of them today,
I'm sure.
right now, but definitely after we will meet up and we shall go through them individually, because I need to address every one of them and give a reply back to these people who are texting in. And
Of course, Ed.
people are concerned that we are the most ethnic diverse city in the country, and our participation countrywide has dropped dramatically over the last 20 years. So we got to pick up on that and discuss that as what, why, when, how, where, and what we're going to do about it. So give us a little quick vision that you have to do the DTC. The DTC means drive the change.
Yeah, absolutely. I get that. I'm very proud of our diverse, the players that we have and their diverse backgrounds that we have here at Leicestershire. We have a real mix of backgrounds that play for us in both the male and female team, ranging from the women's and girls to our academy, right the way through to our first team. And I'm very, very keen on that continuing to develop and expand. And you know, for me, I want not only the players, but the crowd to be reflective of our diverse community. So a couple of things that we are doing to try and understand a little bit more and engage a little bit more. One of them is what we call the Big Cricket Survey. So we're working with the Cricketers Supporters Association and really asking people to give us their opinions, whether they've been involved in cricket or not involved in cricket, whether they've been exposed to it in any way. So that can help us understand what we can do out there. I'd also sort of say, keep your eyes on our website, because we've just recruited 2 individuals that we are calling County Talent Champions. And the idea being is that they're going to really get out and underneath our communities and encourage children out there who are playing cricket or maybe have got a bit of a passion for cricket or interested in cricket, and trying to encourage them or signpost them to get involved with clubs. So I want them to get out there, spread the word, and sort of say, well, look, if you enjoy picking a bat up and whacking it for 6, then why not join a club? Why not go to a club? And there's plenty of clubs out there that will welcome new players with open arms. So I really want to develop this pathway of a child that maybe just picks up a cricket bat or a ball, spins a ball.
Okay,
hits a six.
Sean, I'm concerned that we are pressed for time. Just a quick question here. How many Leicester Asian players in your organization right now, in the first team or the second team?
Yeah, sure. In the first team, we of course have Hassan Azad, and then we've got an overseas player joining us for the T20. So there's a couple that will be playing in our team.
The overseas one doesn't count because he's from overseas. Leicester.
Well,
talking
we'll
about
adopt
City.
him. We'll adopt him. So we've got Hassan Azad, who's our opener, who's a fantastic player. So then once you start going into the second team, I have a couple of players there, and once you go into the academy, I think I've got 6 or 7 South Asian players that are in that team that are coming through, and a couple in those academy have got what we can work out very bright futures. The others have got to learn and develop, but 2 are really showing some real promise and potential. And I'd go so far as to say that one of them in our academy is probably within the top 5 young cricketers within the UK. So we're excited about that. You can see that there is a funnel, but we want more and more people getting involved and actively involved. And we're talking to supporter groups about how we get more involved. We're talking to the council about setting up a club at another pitch. So there's a lot of work to be done, and I would say that there is no silver bullet. There's no single answer to this. It's all about constant and sustained.
Definitely, Sean. We are going to pick up on this after Ramadan, and when you're free, you got our contact details, so you give us a call and we'll set up a forum, because lots of questions are coming in, which I cannot discuss them right now because we don't have much time. So I think I'm keen to address every one of them individually with you.
I look forward to it.
And it's going to be very interesting. So another message has just come in that Hassan Azad is from Nottingham. There are too many people out there who are well aware of the cricket throughout the country. So too many messages, Sean. Now, before you shoot off to your next appointment and I go back to my day job, a quick one here for you, Sean, as I would like you and I to get involved with the Leicestershire Children's Hospital to do the 80 pence appeal for every one of us. So could you please take out 80 pence out of your pocket and put it on the table?
I don't have it on me right here, right now, but rest assured I will make sure 80 pence is heading their way.
When we meet up, Sean, live on Radio Ramadan, owes 80 pence, right? Of course, Sean, there's a lot of people at the club, and let's get them all involved. And, that's how we're going to step up our engagement, and we all get involved and do some good work there at Leicester Children's Hospital. And maybe you and I will take a visit down there together to see what's going on.
Absolutely, Zed. We're going to be doing something with them during one of our matches once we return to an element of normality. And just to respond to the person that sort of said about Hazard, it might be from Nottingham, but now he's playing for Leicestershire, so we deem him as a running fox.
He's an emigrant into Leicester. So
we like that. Same as Naveem ul Haq, who's going to play for Bangladesh.
Same as
he's
all of us.
He's now a running fox. Once they wear this badge,
that's right.
They become, Sean, I don't care where they're from, they become a running fox.
Sean, I'd like to thank you for your time today. Jazakallah khair. And we shall pick up again with Sean. Thank you for listening in, all of you, and we'll look forward to meeting you tomorrow, same time. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam to all of you.